What's up? What's up? Welcome. It's Friday Night Frontline, and I'm the guy that kind of hosts it, or pretends like to host it at least. Ya boy, the Nizzler. So today, I got nothing planned, I'll be honest with you. This is going to be a short one. Before we start, though, thank you everyone for showing up. I know there's some people lurking in the chat, and thank you especially as well to all the people who view this in the future on video on demand. I know you're there. I know that you watch my videos. And I thank you for it. I know not everyone can be here on a Friday night, but I appreciate everyone who is, and I appreciate everyone who watches it in the future, because you guys are all, you know, I don't know, short kings, is that what they call them these days? I don't know. Is that a derogatory term, short kings? I genuinely don't even know. Because kids these days, I can't keep up with all the lingo. So, but yes, we're gonna do like our 10 really quick normal polls. Let's do it right now, you know, because I just said it. But we don't have anything mega planned. 20, dude, not just 10. Dude, here we go. Tolo? No. That was a warm up. Tololo? Dude, I clicked it. You heard the noise. No Tolo though. Okay. Okay, so that was our gambling for the night. But yeah, so I don't have anything to cover today in particular. I want to you know what I do want to talk about? I want to talk about GFL drama, dude. Because like, why play the game when we can just talk about drama, right? I mean, it's not really drama. So let's go over quick announcements first. So they did put out the new Balin Island Emergency Shelter broadcast. See, I got the name right. It's the next character is Niketa, or a KSV 94. Hydro Element Sniper. It's cool. We're gonna finally have like another sniper that does damage. Sorry, Deshevia, you don't make the cut. It'll be nice to have another sniper besides damn, I was gonna say besides Nemesis that did damage, but that would have been so toxic to Macchiato fans. Yeah, she's Hydro Sniper, damage dealer, Sentinel, whatever you call it in this game. And then following that is Jangyu. She's finally gonna show up after like 10 months of realizing, oh shit, my sister's already in the game, I should probably show up too. It's because there's a rework, right? Like, she was getting a rework. They haven't even shown it on the CN side just yet. But she is, you know, I'm gonna do stuff while I just sit here and talk about the nothings. Because I get bored of just staring at this defilement of gravity in front of my face here. We'll go start blowing through these, because, like, you know, these are tough. So yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. Jengyu's gonna be showing up next, and she's getting a rework. We don't really even know how she's getting a rework. They haven't like said anything as far as I'm aware. So it's gonna be a big question mark. Do you think auto battle can do this? Probably. So it's gonna be a big question mark as far as what she gets done. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna guess they're probably gonna add a bunch of stuff related to stability shredding and doing extra damage, because that's kind of like the identity, I use that in quotations, of the electric units in the game going forward, is like, if the enemy has no stability left, they're going to do like extra damage. Kind of like Super Break from Hong Kong Star Rail, if you're familiar with that. Well, he says, skin is big money. CN and Global Bros tell Mika no more money, or Bidios if skin is small money. What? I'm sorry, I don't speak brain rot. Vector, do something good. You did it. Yeah, so that was kind of the drama that I was talking about, was the no, man down, Centurici, do something. Damn, auto battle's getting clapped, dude. I like how Perry is just sitting there with like full health, like totally untouched. Can she solo this? Is she gonna? She's on the wrong side of cover. That's not a good start. Dude, what is the AI even doing? Is it even taking turns? Or is it literally just passing? Oh god. AI. ChatGPT at its finest. But anyway, so back to the drama. I'm gonna have to intervene here in a second, I think, because I think we already failed the don't lose anybody. Oh, I guess that isn't a requirement. Never mind. Keep going, ChatGPT. You're doing great, dear. But yeah, so some of the drama I wanted to talk about was like, so on the CN side, obviously they released that like preview we talked about last time about the dorm. I already forgot the name. See, I get some names right and I can't remember the other ones. Yeah, see, ChatGPT pulled through. Whatever the new dorm system's gonna be, right? I forgot. They got a goofy name for it. Whatever that's gonna be called. In that, there was like that gacha that we talked about last week, that like costume gacha, you know, gacha inside your gacha games, gambling inside the gambling. And people were not happy about it, right? Like, obviously, we talked about it here on stream. Some people brought up some good points. I think it was Paul and somebody else in the comments of that video had like talked about like how they're actually, you know, it's not that bad. People are kind of blowing it out of proportion. So, in response to that, because obviously the EN side of this game, and just EN in general, for not just this game, for every game, they'll be mad about something and they'll post on Reddit, and that'll be about it. They'll maybe they'll put a video up on Twitter or something like that, or on YouTube, and complain, but they won't actually like be serious about their complaining. But like China, dude, when they get mad about something, you have dishonored their family dynasty, and they go bananas, dude. And they don't just complain a little, they complain a lot. They start like signing petitions, like doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It's like political activism, because they can't normally do political activism. It's like political activism for video games. I'm being so mean to the Chinese viewers that don't watch my channel right now. But yeah, so they did something really weird, right? Like, they obviously got a ton of complaints, but they decided, like, this is how they're going to approach the subject. Because I'm going to guess they have a bunch of internal statistics. What is this attachment on Perry's gun? You guys see this? I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted. I'm trying to tell a story here. I'm trying to, like, describe a narrative, and whatever is happening. Can we see this up close? Come on. Is that... Did they put a megaphone on her gun? That's the iconic MP5. And they put... Oh... Do that. Anyway, okay. So back to the topic. Mika's like... They obviously don't want to back down on this whole thing, because obviously if they got enough pressure... They've caved in the past on other topics when people complain. They've caved pretty quick. But this one, they don't seem to want to cave. And I'm going to guess they have a bunch of internal metrics that say, despite all the complaining, people still buy this stuff like crazy, and it's going to make, like, a lot of money, to the point where it's, like, it's not insignificant if we, like, don't put this in the game. So their solution is... They're gonna invite people. It's weird. Okay, so this is their solution. Their solution is like they're gonna have like essentially like a therapy session with random people from the community. Like they're inviting people to fill out like an application form, and you're gonna get to come to their downtown, I think it's Shanghai, their downtown Shanghai office, and meet with the devs directly and talk with them directly. Obviously, anyone who thinks about that for more than 3 seconds is gonna be like, well, okay, that's a lot of people, right? So they're limiting it to like, I think 20 people are gonna get approved to go there and like talk to them, like to be the voice of the proletariat. It just, it's something I've never seen a company do, right? Like this is not, I mean, I give them credit, they're trying, right? They didn't just like give you the silent treatment. They didn't give them the silent treatment or you know, just ignore it. They're like, this is a creative solution. Oh, we're back to my units. This is going to go fast. They're presenting a creative solution. Like, they're trying to meet people halfway, which is cool. But it's like, I just don't know what point this actually serves, right? Like, let's get over the logistical problem, right? Like, it's cool that they're doing this, right? Like, we'll just... That's cool, right? But let's get over the logistical problem of like how are you gonna like actually meet up with all these people? Like obviously only the people that are gonna be allowed to come there are people in the local area, or maybe like super mega dedicated fans that want to like take the train into Shanghai or whatever. So what do you is the point to like have? Because here's what I'm guessing is gonna go. Maybe I'm totally wrong about this because this is like just my opinion, and like maybe China #1 does things very different. But I feel like it's just gonna turn into a debate, like a one-on-one debate with the developers. Like the gamers will come in, the people will come in and say, "Hey, we don't like this system because reasons," right? And then the devs are gonna counter argue them and be like, okay, well, this is why we think it's okay or we want it, right? Like, let's say we want a rewards-based system that keeps people engaged with the game, right? Like, I'm not even going to say nefarious stuff, right? Like, let's just say they genuinely are trying to make the game better and they think this will, regardless of any potential profits they could make off this, maybe they will, they have good reasons, right? So it's like, but it's just going to be like a back and forth, right? Like, I don't know, it just seems weird, right? Like, it's like the gamers clearly have one opinion. Like, what are the devs just doing this to like win people over so that they'll go back to their forums and be like, oh, I talked to President Yu Zhang in person, and he's the greatest guy ever. I love him. He let me drive around his Ferrari, and while we were doing that, we were talking about, you know, how amazing this new system is. So I wish you guys would give it a second chance. Are my units in trouble? Klukai, what did you do? Wait, that's not where you want to be. You don't want to just charge into 30 units. So yeah, anyway, I'm a little... What is this AI doing? Sorry, it's so hard to talk and watch this AI. I need to close my eyes and talk, because this is like painful. I think Klukai is about to get clapped here. But yeah, anyway, really weird solution. I give them credit. They're trying. You know, it's unique. It's interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's. I had to give that big long story because I wanted to know if, and I want to know what the real gamers think. So now that I've spent like 5 minutes talking, I'm gonna like go through chat like 5 minutes in reverse. And Paul says, FYI on the there's no. Sorry, Paul says, just an FYI on the no money for Mika. The CN side fell apart because they were clowns and they think Ian is overreacting. And JP doesn't care. I didn't know that CN thinks that... So you're saying that CN thinks that the EN guys are overreacting? Maybe? I thought it was the other way around. I thought China was the one that was getting super spicy about it. I was like seeing them say that they're gonna like refuse to play the game or refuse to buy polls or something until they change it. So I don't know. I'm not a native Chinese speaker though, obviously, so I can't like go verify this stuff. This is all just things I hear in the rumor mill. So yeah, they're doing the discussion and they're probably gonna make some adjustments. Maybe they're like trying to find like a middle ground that's like, well, how can we, like, from Mika's point of view, how can we keep this system in place, but, like, not at the same time make people actively protest it, right? Like, maybe get the people to give it a try. Scooper, what's your opinion? I want to know what Scooper's opinion is. What's your opinion, Scooper, on the, what's the correct way to handle this? Like, should you have a gacha system inside your gacha game for costumes, right? Or, you know, is one gacha system to get the characters in the first place and get their I call it confectants, their segments / eidolons in other games. Is that enough gambling, or do we need to double down on the gambling and have, you know, a separate gambling system in the game for some costumes? Not all, but just some. Paul says, I expect the discussion to be a big chance for them to show off their proposed solution and then come out with a big announcement if it goes well. Yeah, you're right. There's no way that they don't already have some ideas, right? Like, I feel like that would be kind of like, yeah, that would put a bad tone on the discussion if like they just showed up and they're like, I don't know, we're not going to change it, and we have no ideas how to fix it, so whatever. This is what we saw some other company do, and we're just going to do it. You're right. They probably have something in mind. Ghost is like, I just want the drama to be over so I can go back to my wife. Ghost, I agree with you. I got nothing better to talk about, man. Like, today we're kind of dry on things to do in games, so I thought we discuss it. Mostly, I just want to discuss it because, despite it being quote drama, I think it is actually genuinely cool that they're doing this, right? Like, because, like I said, I've played so many other games and interacted with so many other companies that the obvious answer when you mess up is to just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Give them the radio silence, right? Like, that's everyone's go-to response, which, of course, just makes everyone even more upset because you know that they hear you, right? Like, so I think it's really cool that they're genuinely trying this, like, mano, like, come to the office, we'll talk about it, and we'll see if we can, like, come up with some changes. I think that's cool. Wow, we did all the challenge mode, guys. Which one of these mini games can I do while I talk? That's so. I can't do the puzzle matching one. That's definitely. Yeah, I can do the gourmet one. I think I can do this one while I talk. Even I can press 2 arrow keys and think at the same time. Oh, but you know what I didn't factor into this is how can I read chat and do this at the same time? Okay. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Paul says CN thinks that the. Oh, I'm not trying very hard. CN thinks it's CN's fight, and that EN has no clue what they're talking about. See the $200 skin spam. Yeah, I could get that, right? So here's the thing. It's like, I understand that they think that they must take on the burden of fighting the fight for, I'm assuming, themselves. Like, I don't think they're thinking about us doing any favors, but I'm gonna be real. This game got so much blowback and, like, kind of got slapped around when it came out from the CN side, right? Like, all that drama and, like, the very sharp player drop off, which, to be fair, happened on EN as well. It's just, I don't know, man. It feels kind of, I don't know. It feels kind of rough to be like, okay, this is CN's game first and foremost, right? Like, GFL is a China #1 game, and everyone else, you only play it because we allow you to enjoy it. Like, to me, I felt like when this game got released on the EN side, it was like this, you know, the second win for the company, right? And this is just my perspective because, like, I played all their games, right? I haven't played Reverse Collapse, but I've played GFL1, I played PNC, and I've played this, right? And it's like, they put so much effort into making the EN launch go as smooth as it could, because, like, so the game came out in CN and they spent, like, the first half a year or more in, like, full damage control, right? Like, characters were messed up, game systems were a disaster. They introduced a whole bunch of missing features that really should have been there on launch, but, like, they couldn't, because to be honest, I think a lot of it was, like, they were developing a game and they just kind of didn't really know where to go with it, right? I remember for the CN side, so the game came out, whatever, almost 2 years ago. Whatever, it came out in, like, November or something like that, October or November, right? And I remember in the summer before that, right, like in, like, June, they were doing, like, one of their closed beta tests. So this is, like, 3 or 4 months before launch. They're doing one of their closed beta tests, and they still had not finalized some of the mechanics. I want to say they changed up, I can't remember if it was the elemental, like, system or if it was the attachments on the elements, but they changed up one of, like, the core fundamental game systems that late in development. So it just really came off as like we wanted to make GFL2, which is like 3D version of GFL, but like we don't really actually know what kind of game people want to play. So there was like, to me, there was like a lot of panic. So they spent the first like half a year or year in full damage control mode, and so then finally that had a huge drop off in players on the CN side, and then because of that, I feel like they're like, oh crap, like we're not making the numbers we expected or whatever. Maybe they were making it barely, but it wasn't Hawkeye Star Rail, right? Like it wasn't like just printing money. And so they were a little nervous. So come EN launch, they like really tried to make it as good as possible. Like I say EN launch, but it was really the global launch because, you know, I think what KR and JP also got it at the same time. So they were like really, they're like, okay, we made some mistakes, but we're going to fix it and we're going to like not mess up anymore. So it's weird. It's weird that like, and I don't know, it's like, I feel like they were betrayed by their own people kind of in a weird way. So it's weird that the CN people would be like, oh, this is like, oh really? That got me? The CN people would be so like, fixated that like this is something that only affects them, or like they should have the biggest voice when it comes to talking about this particular system. I mean, yeah, technically, because it's not out on our side of the server yet, but like it will be. Like I think another push. Once again, more conspiracy theories. The pushback is also a little bit of reason why we're gonna get it a little later than them. Like I think the plan, to me, right? Because this whole Nikita announcement came literally out of nowhere to me. So, I mean, it wasn't out of nowhere, but I figured that they were going to be putting out Andrus so that they could, because obviously her skin is in the system, so that they could then put it out, but they didn't. So, and she's not even teased yet, so I'm guessing we're probably going to have to wait like at least 2 months before we get her and the system at the same time. So they delayed the whole thing because they want to get it right on the first try. Yeah, man, like, I don't know, let me go back to you. I've been talking while I was doing that, but let me go back to you were saying. So Ghost was saying that the CN people only want to adjust the pity and the pity count, dorm interactions, and furniture stuff. I don't know, what would they want? Ghost, do you know what they're saying? Are you in touch with the people? Do you know what they want adjusted for dorm interactions and furniture stuff? I'm assuming you mean the, like, how you get them through that shop. And then yeah, he says the EN people want to get rid of the gacha skin entirely. Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate from my point of view. Is, yeah, I think a lot of people just don't like it, but I don't really know the reason for that, to be honest. Scooper came in with the hot take of only one gacha system to rule them all, and make all the skins cow bikinis. Noted. Willie's like, I've already been burned by a skin gacha. Ain't touching the second one. I don't want to relive the trauma, Wooly, but which skin gacha system really got you? Was it GFL1 or was it? Do they have one? I think you play Arknights, right? Wasn't they have a skin gacha in that? I don't know. Yeah, that's a problem. It's one of those things where it's never an issue until like the thing that you really, really want, you have to go to hard pity for. Then all of a sudden it becomes painful. Because you know how it goes, right? You don't care about that skin or you don't care about that, and you just click it a couple times. Yeah, sure, I'll throw 10 at it. Oh, what do you know? I got it. And it's like, that's cool. But then there'll be something that you just like really, really want. And it'll be like, I throw 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 150. And you're like, how do I still not have it? Paul says, I'm fine if they lower the number of polls we get. I'm fine with it if they lower the pity, for the number of polls. We get enough free as it is to the gacha skins within a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, so I think that was kind of what they were aiming for, right, originally. And I think that's that was what we were discussing last week about like, oh, you'll have 90 plus and etc. etc. And you should, in quotations, be able to get all the skins if you just like log in and play the game every single day. How did I not get that? Oh my god, and I picked that one up. So this is what happens when you're trying to like look at both screens at the same time. Willie says, I want classic Sabrina and mod 3 Sabrina, but they won't do that. Oh, dude, there's so many things I want, Willie. You just, you know, you just get used to, really? The shield disappeared as I got it. Just get used to that kind of disappointment. Paul's like, I kind of get it. I imagine you're trying to get something fixed, and the guy next to you in line is just constantly complaining about random things that you don't care about. Yeah, that's... I'm trying to... okay. I don't like using analogies because like they always get distorted and they never really represent the issue. But you are correct. It's like there's some people who are like, okay, guys, like just let's focus on what's actually bad about this system that we don't like, which is like, oh, the fact that like maybe you'll get screwed and you'll have to go to like hard pity to get at something, or maybe it'll take, you know, forever, or whatever the valid criticisms are. And then there's the guy next to you just screaming, oh my god, I hate gacha. I play a gacha game and I hate gacha. We don't want gacha at all. Get it out of here. It's like, okay, guys, well, that's, I mean, that is a valid opinion that you don't like the system, period. But like, maybe just try and be a little more constructive about like your complaining, right? And I don't know. That happens in a lot of things in life, though. That's not just video games. That's like everything. But I can see your point, is that it's like you don't necessarily have to hate everything about the system, right? And oh, I'm not gonna get it. I'm trying to focus a little more on the minigame this time, because this is the tryhard. We're in the tryhard level now. Josco's asking, did you miss all the polls? Yeah, dude, we did 20 on the standard banner, and I got nothing, you know. But that's okay, because I kind of deserve nothing. See, I still did it. Blah, blah. Oh, Punishing Gray Raven. That was the one that... Really? I can't not catch these. Punishing Gray Raven is the one that got screwed in, huh, Willie? I'm sorry to hear that. I heard that game was, like, pretty cool. But that doesn't mean the game's not cool. It just means the skin system is, you know... and can be a little, toxic at times. Sorry, I'm focusing really hard right now because I got 14 seconds left. And I don't want to catch another pile of glug. Another macchiato special. That's so toxic in this game. I was just thinking, like, like Macchiato still hasn't learned to cook, and like everybody else on the Elmo is now like a master chef, right? Characters disappear for like 10 years at a time, and then they come back, like Chohan. She's like, oh, bro, by the way, I also used to suck at cooking. I used to suck at cooking, but I just got good. Poor Macchiato still can't make anything. Can't even make a coffee, right? Despite working at a coffee restaurant. Okay. But yeah, oh, well, he says, Punishing Gray Raven had the skin gotcha. I spent the equivalent of a new character for skins in the background. Well, it was beautiful. I got hit with massive buyer's remorse. Now I'm scared to go into this, Willie, but because I don't want to make you relive the trauma. But like, do they use the same currency like for characters and for skins? Because ooh, that's like really hurts. Or are you talking that you spent the equivalent of like whatever gems or whatever credits in this game to buy their gacha currency to get the skin? Either way, that's just oof. That's oof. That hurts. Yeah. And to be honest, I'm a little surprised. Like I said, once again, this is probably just me and my unwarranted opinion, but like I do question why companies would do stuff like that, right? Like for example, this is just my take. If I have a game or whatever, and someone comes in and plays my game, I want them to leave with a positive experience. Like I don't want them to play my game and then walk away. Like, maybe they're having fun while they're playing it, but I don't want them to get home and then be like, I got ripped off. And I'm upset about it, because I feel like that buyer's remorse, that like vengefulness, is just long-term damage. Like, once again, they probably got the numbers. I'm sure that there's like some, you know, research data that will kind of tell you the correct answer, but to me, that doesn't seem like a natural course of action that you'd want to take. But like, maybe people, like I said, they complain about it, or they say, oh, I hate buyer's remorse, like me, and then they go and buy it anyway. So I don't know. Oh, Paul says if they put Sabrina's Goblin Slayer skin from the first game in the gacha, that would be rough. All right, don't shoot me, Paul. I actually was never a big fan of that skin. I know. Very controversial opinion. I liked the Og skin from that set. The one where she's like got like the spear and she's got like the silver and black armor. That one to me was peak. Oh no, I lied. That's not even in the same set. Those were two different skin gotchas. Hers was the one with what was it? Takara, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not important. The point is, I was never a huge fan of that skin. Yeah. Paul's like, pretty sure you can't remove the skin gotcha completely because it would screw over free to play. So I mean, you're right. It would screw them over, but to be honest, like there's so many other, like why for example do the free to plays need to have the Klukini, right? Like why should those dirty plebs who don't support the game, why should they even be allowed to enjoy the lustful bounty of the Klukini? Because it's, you know, there are other skins in the game that are free to play friendly, like the one we're getting in the next patch, the Pretia skin, which I'm super hyped for. I saved up all my little achievement points for. Like those ones you can get for free, and there's a couple they gave out for free, right? Like the Colfane one and stuff. But the kind of the default rule is like, you know, if you want a skin, you're gonna have to pay for it, right? There's no in-game way to get it through currency, right? Like you can't like trade collapse pieces to get them. So yeah, valid point, but I wonder how much they really care. Oh, dodge. Oh, I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough, guys. This is like my anime protagonist arc where I get beaten by the level 2 adventurer. Get those magnets. I'm just not strong enough. I can't beat Goku in a fight. I can't even beat Krillin in a fight. Damn, dude, does anyone even watch Dragon Ball Z anymore? Do they even make Dragon Ball Z anymore? I'm sure they do, right? Little side tangent. Okay, I struggled through these mini games while I was talking, and this is a problem. I can't multitask. It's just I have now 8 months of video records of me not being able to multitask while I talk. So we're just gonna I can hit auto battle and talk. I cannot play the game in any way, shape, or form. Oh, what else can we do? Here, let's get some real content. Oops, went too far. No, not this. So here we go. Now we got some real content while we're talking. Okay. Why did I have to put the smooth jazz on? That's just like, it's already. Why? It's already questionable enough what we're doing right here. It's like we don't need to put the smooth jazz on while it's happening. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm going back to the chat here. So Ghost was saying there's got to be another way for the free to play to get the skin. And then back to what Will was saying. Punching Graven has a universal currency, converts 1-to-1. Yikes! Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. That's always that's really hard. Is like when it's like choose between a new character and like maybe a new playstyle, or skins for a character you already like. Paul says, I'm fine with GFL skins not letting you use collapse pieces. Yeah, I just like I said, Paul, yeah, same thing. I feel like if you're gonna have a currency for gacha, like make that its own currency. Don't mix it in with other game systems. And then yeah, we were talking about last week about baiting the free-to-plays with the skins to get them to convert into like paying customers. And then yeah, Paul says you could also achieve that if you lowered the pity to 60. Yeah. Okay, we've talked about this topic to death. I won't bore you guys. People are just like, stop talking about the drama. I'm sorry. I wanted to know what the people thought, because it's always easy to think your opinion is correct, or that you got it figured out, and that everyone else is just quote stupid, which of course they are. Everybody knows that everyone else is stupid except them. That's why I like to get other people's opinions on things, like just to see if maybe I'm the crazy one. I don't really have anything to show you guys. I did this. This was so, like someone had mentioned, you throw the purple grape soda at them for 10 turns straight and you beat it. I don't even think it's worth going over. Like you literally just camp their spawn with Kukai. And I put Preeti up there for funsies. I had to reset one time because I forgot. Actually, I didn't even reset on the challenge mode of it. Whatever. This one, I didn't even reset on the frenzy mode. I reset on the normal mode because this guy, who was it? This thing spawned right in the middle of all my units because, like I said, I was camping it, so I was like right hovering around him. And Springfield's buff was up, so any action they took was going to heal them at the end of their turn for their whole health bar and kill them. So this guy inadvertently just clapped me because I couldn't kill him in one hit, and anybody who tried to make an action like instantly killed themselves because they converted all their healing into damage. So funny. But other than that, this is like, I mean, here guys, I'll cover it in case you guys haven't done it. You have 3 days to do it. Go like this. Oh, too much. Too hard. I don't know, that. Sure, that's whatever. Like, you do literally, if you have a decently built Klukai, you just camp them, throw the purple drink at them, and that's it. Every now and then, one of them will live with like 1 HP, and then you have like 4 other units. I had Tololo with Springfield there. It was like Klukai, Tololo, Springfield, and then Pretia. I don't remember who the 5th one was. Probably Michti. And yeah, I was like, anybody who didn't get wiped out in the initial Klukai Grape Soda Barrage got like mobbed by Springfield and Tololo. Oh, dude, another controversial take from Paul, dude. You're going to get banned from chat for saying they have to fix Gunsmoke, dude. Gunsmoke is perfectly fine. It's amazing. It's the best thing. We're getting the same boss with the same buffs for the 3rd time, which is fine because I still can't kill him because I'm too weak. I'm sure all the whales in the main Discord who are complaining about how the game's too easy and they're clearing it with like 2 units per run, I'm sure for them they're very upset right now, but I'm not strong enough to kill him with my weak ass account. We don't have anyone in our platoon with a segment 6 Shahan either, so we're mega struggle mode. I don't know. What do you guys want to do, man? What do you got to do? I just literally talked for 40 minutes. That's crazy. I have the gift of gab. There's nothing to do there. Oh, you know what we can do? We can do one of these real quick. Yeah, Paul. No overkill penalty. It's fixed. Yeah, I agree. 100%. This is great now, right? What do we got? It doesn't really matter, actually, because these all die in 1 hit. We'll do this guy. He's Hydro. Let's take Hydro-based units. Play the game as the devs intentioned. But not too many Hydro units. I don't want to take Sabrina because she's lame. I don't have a built Sabrina. That's why her score's so low. Who do we want to use? I guess we'll just... No, I don't want to do the... Oh man, dude, the indecision's getting to me. I guess we'll do one of those, and whatever. Actually, let's put Nemesis back in. Poor Nemesis, dude. I'm so mad, dude. One of my favorite characters in this game, from like a design perspective and like even from a gameplay perspective on release, she was a lot of fun to use. And she just got forgotten, dude. She got power crept immediately because like they decided they were going to release Macchiato. So it's like I made that my very first guide I made for this channel was kind of like how to use her correctly. It was like a long ass freaking guide. Where I once again just talked nonstop for an hour, which apparently I'm really good at. And yeah, it was like totally invalidated like a week later because it was like, oh, by the way, we're getting a new sniper and she's a lot easier to use and does a lot more damage. So that was unfortunate. I wish, you know, and then oh, man, and they gave her the expansion key, and the expansion key doesn't do anything. Just big sad, big sad. How do I get around? How can I outsmart AI? Oh no, I saw him. Oh. This is what happens. You click too fast. But we're gonna hit this. Dude, yeah, Wooly, I need some story advancement soon. Yeah, dude, they in the Balin Island broadcast thing, they showed like, oh, they're adding Diane's event to the really totally gonna just blow yourself up. They're adding Diane's event to the really Ulrid you too. Whatever, they had lots of HP things. Springfield. They're adding Diane's event back to the whenever you can play whenever you want section. And like in the 3 seconds that they showed the video, the 3 seconds that they were just like previewing the event, they showed the oh, I've made them all mad. That was not as intended. I didn't think this guy was gonna patrol over here just to wreck my shit. Really? Come on. This guy. No, this one right here. Where's Ulrid? Ulrid, do something. You can't shoot him, just stab him. But yeah, in the video, I keep getting distracted. In the video, they had I remember Dandelions in this game. Kind of an important character from the series, like kind of, you know, a lot of potential setups with like everything related to her and everything, and they just like, ah, yeah, whatever. I guess she's like in a diner gate now, and like she just kind of like probably like watches you when you sleeps, and probably like I don't know, does other weird creepy things because she's like probably into that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm with you, Willie. I wish they would kind of get back on track with the story. Right? Like, just... Do Blades even do anything? Oh! Okay, we're gonna stop messing around. We're just gonna shoot. So do Blades even do anything to bosses? And the answer is no, because you can't actually stab them. Hey, chat, GPT, go for it, bro. Okay, that's not the order you do these things in, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, anyway, I wish they would get back to the main story. I did play through the Changju story. Not Changju. Chahan. I played through her story, and it was like... It was another case of like, this is... it's fine. The story was written fine. It was kind of cool. It had some interesting characters. The Inspector was done really cool. I really actually liked the dynamic that they did between the Inspector and the... oh, God. What was his title? The lead explorer or whatever, Garen. I thought that was really cool because, like, you know, it really explored the rivalry between having to deal with being a respectable public leader and also wanting to be just like, you know, the guy who's the explorer, then good at surviving, etc., etc. But the only problem I had with the story was just like, it was another one of those events where it's just like, guys, this is great and all, but like, why are we here? Like, what is the point of this story? If you just cut this completely out, does it change the main narrative at all? Answer is no. It does not. The cool story could have been, I mean, I get it, it's a, quote, side event, but it's like, not really, because all these side events, quote, are main events in this game, right? They're all like banners for characters. So it just felt like you're just wasting my time, right? Like that was the problem, and that's, I'm sure that's the way a lot of you other people feel about it too. It's like, can we get back to the Elmo squad doing the one thing that we've been doing now for 8 months real life and in-game God knows how long. For 8 months we've been waiting for them to progress the story of dropping off Helena to Kiev? I can't remember I think it was, no, Liv, some city, some Eastern European city, I don't remember which one. And it's like, that's the story. It's like, we're trying to smuggle this, like, experimental whatever she is, to point B, and it's like they just keep going on adventures, just keep slice of life in this all the way till the end of time. And it's like, guys, can we talk about the main narrative, please, 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 please? Yeah, Wooly's essentially reiterating what I said. All those characters are things you care about more than you know. Yeah, it's another thing. You think that if they're gonna go play the, oh, we're bringing back Paradeus card, which is like supposed to be a big thing in the game reality, or in the game world, and like even to players, like that's a big thing because they're the big bad enemy, right? They're literally the core of the conspiracy that is like been shaping the entire narrative for the entire first game through like what, 6 years of content. So the fact that like they're gonna premise this game with, oh, we finally got them and they're all gone now, just to find out, oh wait, they're not actually gone and they're back to it again. Like, why would you just abandon that story? Like, even the commander in the story is like, oh my god, they're back, and then let's not care about it anymore. Like man, like you, if you found out they were back, right, dude, it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like finding out that the Nazis really did all hide out in Argentina, and actually there is a secret Nazi army like just waiting there to strike, right? Like, it's like you'd take it more seriously, right? Like, the Jang Yu event, along with her character getting reworked as far as like how it works in game, they're rewriting the event. Probably that'll something. Paul says probably something that'll lead into the Leva Lanny event, UMP 40 and 45. Paul's like, no, you don't understand. The Shikan is a RPG protagonist and needs to do all the companion quests before advancing the main story. How could I forget? This is like Mass Effect, like where you go to do the main story and they're like, this is a one-way trip. Are you sure you want to continue? You might want to tie up all the loose ends. And then you hit cancel and you back out and you're like, wait a minute, I gotta do somebody else's companion quest. You're right. And you go do that. Then finally, when you're out of side quests, you're like, okay, now I'll continue the main story. And the game's like, good choice. Yeah, Wooly. Oh, dude. So this is, oh man, dude, Wooly's hitting the. What do you have to say about that? Kyohan, say something. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying without subtitles. Yeah, Wooly points out the painful truth that we all kind of know deep down in our hearts, but we don't want to admit, is that if the combat was interesting, the delay would at least be fun, but at this point I'm just hitting auto on everything. And I want to say, no, bro, that's not true. And then if you rewind the stream, I literally just did everything on auto tonight. And it's true, right? We've talked about this before. It's like, I don't know, man. Is the game dying, right? Like, I don't want to be a doomer, dude. We're getting into full doomer territory today. Like, is the game dying and or dead, right? Like, and I don't want to use my channel's statistics as a reference point because that's just YouTube being YouTube. But like, there's just, it seems like just engagement for the game is like, it's dropping off hard. I thought Aphelion, it kind of like pumped back up to like what I kind of considered like launch levels of like, I don't want to say hype, but like player interaction. But oh man, I want to do one of these, but this will take a little too long. We'll do that next time, guys. This is what we'll do. We'll do artifact recovery next time. I got a little more get gooder at this, so I kind of know what to do now. But it still takes more than the 10 or so minutes I think we're gonna keep going for tonight. But yeah, it's like, is the game kind of just like stalling out, right? I feel like after Vector came out, it was like a lot of people just like, I don't know if silently quit is the right term, but they just stopped. Like, things that got quiet. Let's put it this way: things around this game have gotten quiet. I don't hear a lot of buzz related to this game. And I constantly talk about on this channel how I play Hong Kong Star Rail. and I keep tabs on their community a little bit, and it's weird because it's like I played at GFL first and foremost. I'm like a reverse refugee. I only played Hong Kong because I'm like, oh, this seemed kind of cool. I knew some other people were playing it, and I'm like, I'll give it a try. I didn't play like Genshin or any of those other gacha games. I didn't play Arknights or anything else. So I've been like a GFL fan from the onset. But it's funny because in those spaces, right, when you talk about like Star Rail, like the mainstream gacha games, the big popular ones, right? Everyone only ever talks about the other big ones, right? It's HSR, Genshin, Wuthering Waves kind of has like made its way. Like there's a lot of crossover in the player bases, probably because the games are so similar. And some other random gacha games that are like flavor of the month. Sometimes they hang around a little bit, sometimes they don't. But it's never this game. I never hear somebody in those other communities talking about like, you know, oh man, the new HSR patch was so much fun, but I can't wait to play the next GFL patch. You know, it's like, no, it's like, I do wonder who plays this game. Is it just me and the 10 people who watch my videos? Are we the only guys love playing this game? Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I know, Paul. I know it's a niche game, but like, you can always hope for a broader appeal, right? You'd think that the game would have a broader appeal in the Western market because it has guns, and the Western market loves guns, right? As very obvious by Fortnite, Call of Duty, all the mainstream games like on the West is like first-person shooters, even things like Overwatch, right, are popular, right? Like those styles of games. So you think guns would be like a good selling point for this game, but it's weird to me that the anime part of the game almost is like counterbalances it, right? Like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just playing with my drink here because I don't know. What do you want me to? What do you want, guys? I'll try and do a rhythm game. But we know I can't play and talk. I'll try it. I'll try it one more time for you guys. I do this for you. But yeah, well, it's like we joked about it, but the great Klukai filter has come and gone. Yeah. But then they put out sick beats like this one. How can anyone not listen to this music and not want to play the game? This should just be the title for the game, like the theme song. Like this is what should be playing during the login screen, dude. Anyway, that was my rambling. I'm done. I promise I'll stop dooming and I'll stop talking about it. I don't know, man. I don't know what the future of this game's gonna hold. All I do know is I'm probably gonna hang on like the sinking Titanic. I'm gonna hang on to the very end. I'm gonna be those guys playing the instruments. The musicians. I'll be going down with the ship. Which will be sad because I don't want to see that. But I just hope that I'm very wrong about all these things. I said I just really want this game to be the smash great hit that I want it to be. Is that so much to ask? Paul says that Azure Lane has survived for almost a decade, and no one will admit to playing it. It's not that it has any gameplay. I mean, I catch myself saying that a lot. Every time I read a comment, I always go like, I mean, but it's true. I mean, you're not wrong, but to me, like, is that enough to ask for? Is like being like, okay, we have not financially collapsed, right? Like, if I don't want to see this series exist just because it's gooning its way through things. Like, sure, maybe the people at Mika Team can stay employed and like keep making the game, and it's like it won't die off, but like spiritually it would be dead, right? Like when the game only exists to do. That's why I never like games like Azure Lane. It's like they only exist for the fan service or like for their one like niche thing. It's not really a game then, right? Like it's just like I want this game to continue to be a game and continue to grow and get like more people in it. I don't want it to just be like, well, somebody wants a 3D dating sim game with characters that they're kind of familiar with, right? It's like it's not a game, right? Like I mean, it technically is a game. You're right. If they kept making whatever Gunner skins and whatever they need to do to keep the lights on, I'm sure the game will survive. It's just like, just spiritually, it's dead, right? Like that's how I feel about like Azure Lane and a lot of those other games. It's like, yeah, they're never gonna come out with Azure Lane 2. At least I don't think they ever will, unless they just want to make it 3D. Because it's just like, what's the point of this game, right? Like, there's no point of the game. The game is just like fan service, and it's like at that point, is that even a brand, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass now, guys. This is what gooning does to you, dude. It just rots your brain. In this case, it's bitching about the oh no. In this case, it's bitching about Gunsmoke and following our RPG protagonist around. Yeah, I know. Reverse Collapse. Everyone says it's amazing. I don't know. It's just I'll probably get around to playing Reverse Collapse one of these days. I just haven't done it yet. I think a lot of it is because it's like kind of a spoiler, right? Like it takes place after the whole like GFL1/GFL2 storyline, so it's like I don't know how I feel about that, and I kind of don't want to ruin myself on like the story a little bit. Not that I know it's very like tangentially related. I know like characters don't show up, like M4 doesn't show up, but like, guys, remember me? I ascended to godhood in this game. That's the final. It's like, no, nothing like that happens, but I know there's a couple characters that make reappearances, and it's like, well, I guess that means these characters don't die. There's no risk of them dying in the other two games, so anytime I see them, it's just like every other thing. When you see a sequel and you know a character's alive in the sequel, it's like, well, you know that there's kind of no threat to them dying in the movies that come before it. I don't know. I think we're done, guys. I think you have to cut me off, dude. Somebody take my mic away. I spent an hour rambling about nothing, playing mini games, not even playing the game, and just complaining, just being a negative Nancy in a wet blanket. So Paul says it's mostly timeline stuff, not really spoiler stuff, but it has some stuff that shows up in the major event extra net. Are you talking about for GFL2 or for GFL1? Assuming you're talking about GFL2. But yeah, once again, it's like, yeah, that's what I mean. I kind of want to avoid that. I want to go into whatever the next major event is for GFL and then just be like totally blindsided by whatever is happening. More fun that way for me. But I have heard great things about its gameplay, so I hope maybe one of these days I'll give it a try. I'm a cool wet blanket. Thanks, Scooper. I guess being a hot wet blanket would be kind of gross, actually. Well, maybe in a sauna, right? Maybe we need to have a hot tub episode or a hot springs episode, right? Why does it always do this? For next week. Oh, look at this. The weird time for this to suddenly become active. Next week. What's happening next week, guys? I guess Niketa. We're gambling for Niketa. I think we're going to grab her. It'll have her event going. We'll do I already forgot the name of it. The roguelite mode, Artifact Recovery. We'll do one of those. We'll do expansion drill. Hopefully it'll be something interesting. It won't be the grape soda. I like the grape soda event, by the way. The tower defense game mode, I thought it was really cool. I just thought that was a little too easy with Cluckers. But it was you know, big points for creativity. Yeah, and Paul was talking about GFL2. He was saying for the big major story events, brother. Yeah, dude, I'm with you, Wooly. Dude, it is so hot and humid by me, man. Dude, I'm not. I want to be a cold blanket, not a hot blanket, not a sauna. Can we get a hot tub cam, dude? I don't know. Ask the devs, dude. They're gonna have one in the dating sim mode. Oh no, this chat is getting unhinged. Wooly says Dandelion's Diner Gate in a hot oil bath. Oh no, I think we're gonna end the stream before things get real wild. I don't want people talking about lubing up their diner gates and hot oil baths and Dandelion spying on us while we sleep. I'm not okay, we're stopping, but thank you guys for coming out to my 1 hour TED talk where I just ramble about nothing. I should get a job doing this somehow. I should figure out what profession allows me to just talk and just talk but say nothing. But thanks guys for showing up and hanging out with me. If nothing else, I had a fun time. Next week is Nikita. Like Paul had mentioned, it's also the Gunsmoke thing, but I'm not doing Gunsmoke unless I can get a kill. Then I'm gonna flex and show off to you guys. Wait. No, you're wrong, Paul. It's not next week, right? It's not next episode. It'll be the episode after that. Because it doesn't open up for 8 days, so it'll be next Sunday, not this Sunday. But anyway, it's not important. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I will. There's no other. I felt like there was another announcement, but there's not. So we're just going to end it there. And yeah, I could become a podcaster, Paul. That's not a bad idea. A podcaster about all things GFL related. So thanks, guys, for coming out. Thanks for everyone who watches this in the future on, you know, YouTube. And get ready. Next week we'll have a lot of fun. And yeah, be there or be square. See ya. How do I end the stream? Where's my button? There we go. Bye bye, everyone.